Okay, so we have Unit 4 up and going now. Unit 4 is probably my favorite of all of what we do in this class because we get into the social life of colonial Latin America, and I find it fascinating. We get to learn about what was really important to the people in the colonies, not just the administration, not just Spain and Portugal, not just merchants or conquistadors. We learn about things like marriages and families and honor. We learn about what people ate, how they dressed, the way they liked to entertain themselves, what kind of options were accessible to different parts of the society. So it's really fascinating. We get more into the everyday life of how things were in the colonies of Latin America. And I really hope that you enjoy this unit as much as I do, that you enjoy looking at something other than conquest and administration and church orders and things like that. So for this unit, same as we have had, you have two chapters in your textbook. They are chapters 7 and 8 that deal with family and society. You have 3 chapters of documents, chapters 17, 18, and 19, and all of these deal with marriages and court cases and issues of honor. So they tie very, very closely. I have one longer PowerPoint for this unit that kind of just gives some details and then also just a synopsis of the things we're covering in these 2 chapters. Of course, you have your 2 quizzes, one on each of the chapters. Please, please, please be aware that information from the documents readings are also on the quizzes. So make sure you're prepared for that and you're not caught off guard. I had that written out in the module, but some of you seem to have missed that with the Unit 3 quizzes and the Unit 2 quizzes. So I want to make sure that you're up with that and you know that. And then your discussion forum. And for your discussion forum, I'll just let you know right here, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating a personal narrative of somebody in colonial society. So you'll have to choose a gender, you'll have to choose a race or ethnicity, and you'll have to choose a social class. And then from that, you're going to create kind of a historical narrative of this person you chose. Not a real person. I don't want anyone to do a real person. You are creating this from what you've read in the 2 chapters of the textbook and then also what you read in the documents in Colonial Lives. Tell me about this person that you have chose to create. What was their family like? How did they live daily lives? Did they have an occupation? What did they do for a living? If they didn't have that occupation, how did they make their money? What kind of marriages would they be looking for? What was their family size like? What was their home like? How did they dress? How did they eat? Those type of things. So you're constructing a historical narrative of a person based upon their readings. Okay, so those are the things you have to do basically for the unit. Please, please, please also remember that at the same time this unit is due, you have your research paper update due as well. This is your requirement to submit an annotated bibliography. If you're not sure what an annotated bibliography is, there is information about that in the modules. Basically what you're doing is creating bibliographic citations and then explanatory paragraphs for each of those citations. Tell me about the source, tell me about how it's useful for your research. The other part of this assignment is you need to submit either a descriptive paragraph or page about where your research is going or an outline of your research paper. I know some people don't like to write outlines of their papers. That's why you have the option of a descriptive paragraph or page of how your research is coming along. Please be aware though that no matter if you do an outline or if you do a descriptive paragraph, you must include some type of introductory paragraph, like your rough introduction outline, okay? That must include your working thesis statement. So what are you looking at arguing in your paper? Now, of course, this may change. You know, you still have a good month and a half, 2 months actually, until, no, month and a half, sorry, April 28th, month and a half until your paper is due. So you have a month and a half from this time period until your final research paper is due. So your thesis may change, your description may change, but what you need to show me is that you are moving forward with your research, you are finding sources, and you are starting to formulate in your mind where this research is taking you, where your paper is going to go, and how you're going to formulate an argument with this paper. Okay, if any questions come up, always you can post them in the general discussion forum, or of course email me. If you want to have a meeting with me, just let me know and we'll set something up via Skype or via my Adobe Office online. And let's get going with Unit 4.